Back with more Dollhouse. This is episode 6 of season 2. Very excited to carry on with the season as we kind of approach almost the halfway mark, which is kind of insane for the season. And before we know it, Dollhouse is going to be done, so we just need to enjoy the ride as we still have new content. But yeah, given how the last episode kind of played out, I'm very excited to see what we're going to do next, because it was almost like a cliffhanger ending to the last one. We had Bennett, I think her name was, Summer Glau, came into the show, which is awesome. Very excited to see a bit more of her. She seems to have a past as well with Echo. So exactly how that all kind of ties in, the fact that she kind of knew Echo from before. Yeah, as Caroline, should be interesting to see what's going on with that, and the whole situation with Daniel being inactive and he's a doll. So yeah, bit of a mess going on right now, and I'm liking the idea of having, not just bottle episodes where it's all resolved in one episode, then we just move on. The fact that this plot's leaked onto another episode, I'm actually really, really excited about. So very intrigued to see what this next one has in store. So let's get into it.
Anyone in this much pain prays or these curses, but they take God from you too. You really are a shell.
Oh damn.
I like this void. This
I don't.
People, simple.
I'm gonna expose you, you know that.
You see that righteous indignation? Yeah, we gave that to you too.
It's so weird.
Years building up your credibility.
Yeah, I've just
when you finally
you can't credit yourself for anything.
Today, I can't stand you.
Well, I can't stand you, so.
Having to be your wife.
This will require stealth, clarity of purpose, and above all, calm.
Safer is me.
Drink?
No,
Can I have one?
absolutely not.
Roger.
It's just water. It'll help.
It also help if you didn't torture her, but.
This is the last time I saw you.
Oh my.
What you did to me,
Oh no.
not just to my arm, to me.
Oh.
I want you to feel this.
We've got our top guy covering for me. Only person in the world I trust. What you're not getting, man friend, is that this whole operation is dependent upon me. Not Brain constructing me, but Bond, James Bond.
Oh my god.
Not so me.
Topher, all you have to do is stay calm.
This from the guy who had to do my last little outing?
You get into their system.
Enver's so good. Man.
You.
I think she's a genius, so I double it. She's just gonna look at my 1.0 and his palms are gonna sweat.
What an incredible actor. Oh my god.
Tom Ballard.
Cast him in everything ever. Everything.
Right.
Not a lot of photosynthesis.
No, you're very pale.
Uh,
White. Pinkish white. I mean, your skin. Your skin is like a pig.
Bennett, how
Because it's pink.
okay.
People assume that pigs are bad, but I love them.
Is she flirting? Because she's
I hear
pretty
they make
shit.
good pets. You stud! I'm sorry if I
Oh god.
clammy hands.
Uh,
I'm glad that you enjoyed the report.
What's up with your arm?
that's what I want to know.
And clearly you can't control her. I think maybe you're just going to have to walk away from this.
Yeah.
I would like to think we could achieve a mutually beneficial compromise.
What on earth?
Compromise can be fun.
You will be killed horribly over a long period and never found. Now look me in my eyes, Stuart, and tell me if I've learned how to bluff.
Okay.
Pretty ballsy approach.
If you route the signal through here, it becomes structural.
Huh.
Did you just try to tase me?
No? So I thought maybe similar. Bennett, the real Bennett, would use an active to.
I saw it. That's idiotic. Actors are beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't make me ship it. She's doing dodgy
It's not
shit.
my evil plan. Wasabi peas.
I'm excited and scared.
Okay.
Everything good there? Everything's great.
He's talking to himself.
With a long white beard. Imagine John Cassavetes in The Fury as a hot chick, which you know I often have. Oh no. Come on.
Oh man.
Don't leave me!
Oh. Oh.
Bye, Caroline.
Oh no.
Who's that girl?
Oh, she attacked me. I'm so frail and weak. Lies.
I say we both get napped.
Yeah, so she's angry at Caroline, but taking it out on Echo.
GPS tag.
We have to cut.
Oh, good. Subtle with the imagery here, aren't they?
They won't stop looking.
We won't stop running.
Why would you stick around for so long?
It's based on your IP.
No, but you should tell them. I can't take the credit.
Spit it out.
We might be able to reconfigure the disruptor to incapacitate Echo and Perrin without actually locating them. She's so good at.
That's your tech.
How long will this take to accomplish?
Oh my god. Stop being adorable. I don't know if I trust Summerglow.
It may be the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
It's very nice.
She was kind of a hooker.
God.
We did it.
He even does the laugh just like him.
That may be the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. Wow.
I can't get over how good he is at that.
Where did you come from?
Salinas, Kansas. And don't say I'm not in Kansas anymore. I've heard that one. I know exactly where I am.
You're the Wicked Witch.
I'm talking.
I'm afraid of Caroline. If she comes back, where will I go?
That's
I
true.
won't fall asleep, even for a little
Oh,
while.
ethics.
We can make it to the hearings. We can expose them.
Then we can be who we are.
We can be who we decide to be. Okay.
It's a nice plan.
Fireman ready. I got nothing on Echo.
That's unusual.
I think your
Really?
senator's Philip. What did you do?
Oh no. Oh shit. Summerglow.
We tried to kill Echo.
So we're even?
Not even.
She's trying to kill Caroline.
Shut up.
Caroline has power over people, and however well you wiped her, she clearly still does.
She has no power.
That is kind
When
of
was the
true.
last time that you described
I don't blame her for being mad about the arm. Oh shit.
You were so close to perfect.
Oh. Nice. Oh. Well,
Watch her. I'm gonna go get the senator.
go on. You try it. Please try it.
There's no one programmed me to love you.
Daniel, stop!
Oh good, she's alive.
I just did this.
No, it wasn't you, it was them.
Oh, she is dead? That's a shame. Honey, you got a big storm coming.
Where's Mrs. Perrin?
Hell, probably.
Her own
What?
There is no Dollhouse. There are no sex slaves, no underground fortresses.
Boy.
Madeline Cosley spent the last 3 years in a mental institution in Canada.
No. You know I was there.
Not the lurid pulp fantasy they drilled into this unstable mind.
Oh, I feel bad that they're kind of turning this against
Something that has
I mean, the whole
cost
concept of the
this country
Dollhouse should be exposed because it is wrong, but...
millions.
Do you think? Oh, I feel really bad for her.
Just lie back.
Finding him obstinate, are we?
Yes! This is so weird.
Shall I go now?
For the love of God, yes.
I know how you feel.
Oh God.
I know what it's like.
She's had a shit life, hasn't she? That poor woman. Protect her. Oh, so we really are getting like a long arc, aren't we? She's still out there. Okay, another fantastic episode. I really enjoyed this one. It's nice to kind of have this ongoing arc and, you know, things aren't tied up in like a neat bow. And even now, you know, this is like a second part kind of feeling episode, but, you know, Echo's still out there. And who knows what she's going to do. You know, we could have an episode just following her. We could have an episode about everyone else trying to find her or whatever. Really, really interesting stuff. I'm loving that we have like this full-on arc that's really like deeply rooted in like the whole Rossum Corporation thing that they've kind of teased for the entire show, really. But the fact that we're finally like properly tackling it, I'm really, really excited about that. I believe they did know in advance that they'd been cancelled, so I do think the show gets like an actual ending that they knew was going to be like it. So I think it is like it does end properly. So I don't think that ends on like a cliffhanger or anything and things aren't resolved. So that's kind of good to know as well when they kind of start exploring this stuff, because I'd hate for them to start getting into the answers about exactly what Rossum's doing and everything, and then the show ends and we don't get any continuation. I do believe they knew in advance that the show was going to be ending. So that I think really helps me kind of get into the plot and enjoy it, because I think they know that it's going to end and they can wrap it up in hopefully a really nice way and we get all the answers and everything. But I love how kind of arc heavy this was feeling, and some really, really cool stuff, really cool moments here. So the continuing focus on Echo and Daniel and what's going on with them I liked. You know, slightly going on the run, and then the idea of Bennett kind of going a bit sneakily adding this new side to Daniel and making him want to kill Echo, because she very much blames Echo for Caroline's actions, which again, you know, can you really blame her for that? You know, can you blame Echo for the crimes of Caroline? But at the same time, I could completely get Bennett being pissed off because, you know, she's kind of lost the use of one of her arms, and I'd be pissed off if that happened and seemingly her best friend just abandoned her to that fate as well. But I don't know if I'd feel that sense of catharsis taking that out on someone who's not really Caroline. But hopefully there's a lot more to that. And the fact that we kept seeing her at the end there, and she now has Madeline in her care. And, you know, there's still plenty of chances for her to get her gosh darn revenge on Caroline. I'm hoping we see a lot more of Bennett. Because I really do like the kind of, you know, can we really see her as a villain kind of character. I really like what they're doing with her. I loved her relationship with Topher. Kind of shipped it. They were quite adorable throughout it, but at the same time, I kind of held back because I'm like, well, she's doing this kind of bit dodgy stuff. But I like that Topher found out about that and could stop her and everything. But there could be a chance maybe for her to, I don't know, if she's gonna be like full on villain now and just like want revenge on Topher and everything for ruining her plans. I don't know. So we'll see what happens with that. But I did really enjoy Bennett's presence, and I hope we get more of her before the show's up. Because I did really like the chemistry with her and Topher. That was great. So everything with them was all very well and good, and I like that we did get a bit of the backstory as to why Bennett was doing this stuff to Echo. You can go, we've got some brief flashbacks. I would have liked a bit more to delve into that more, but maybe there could hopefully be time for that. And yeah, Daniel and Echo kind of continue to go on the run, coming up with this plan for Daniel to still go to like, this conference thing and shut down the rumours of the Dollhouse. So they seem to be safe for at least another episode before something goes wrong and they're nearly exposed again. So that tends to be the pattern that they probably need to break. And yeah, it's a very conflicting thing to be, oh good, the Dollhouse is safe, their secret's safe, they can carry on, you know, crisis averted, but you kind of want the Dollhouse to get exposed so it can be stopped and shut down and everything because it's awful and ethically so wrong. So it's kind of conflicting how I feel about them getting away with it, basically. Because it's not really justice, it's getting away with it and staying in the shadows for another day. I just feel so bad for poor Madeline after everything she's been put through, and now Daniel's kind of come out and said, oh, she's crazy. There is no Dollhouse, and now she seems back in the care of a handler with Bennett and everything, and God knows what she has planned for her. It's probably not going to be great. So I feel awful for Madeline because she's kind of the victim in all of it. And she just has such a rough time, and I hate that. Really probably should have listened to Ballard in the last episode. I can make my own mistakes, and I think you made a mistake, Madeline. But maybe if she gets out of this situation now, maybe her and Ballard can team up or do something. I'm not sure, but I just feel awful for Madeline because I really like the actress and the character and everything. I think a lot of it is because I loved Melly so much in season 1, so kind of, I don't know, rose-tinted glasses, I guess, when I view Madeline or Madeline. And I think that's very much how Ballard feels as well. But yeah, that's kind of awful for her. I loved Adele being a bit of a badass in these scenes. When she convinced that other guy to let them get Echo back and everything. Obviously it didn't work out that way because Echo is Echo, but I liked her kind of taking that stand. And she has a few really funny lines, and when I first started the show I was like, well, you know, she's that kind of character who's, you know, very elusive and mysterious, and you know, at the start of the show I couldn't say I found Adele particularly interesting because she kind of did seem a bit one note for a lot of the time. I think the big turning point for me on her was probably, I think the episode was called Haunted. It was like her friend had died and she got like re-implanted in Echo, I think it was. So she could like find out who murdered her or something. I really liked that episode. And we saw some real, like, layers to Adele there, and I think that was a big turning point for me with her actually liking her a lot more because I felt like they added a lot more depth to her there. And we've continued to kind of see a bit more of that, you know, the relationship she had with Victor, kind of. And, you know, everything with Madeline, and seeing what happens with her and Topher in the future as well. And yeah, season 2, I think I'm really liking Adele more and more. And badass moments like that when she's like threatening that guy. Really funny stuff. I really did enjoy that. And her and Topher's relationship even now, you know, it's going to take a very tragic turn in the future, as we've seen. But they have a really kind of nice, humorous relationship, I think. The scene with them travelling in the car together and Topher's like not used to it and looking at the alcohol and everything, that was really funny. I like how she was just not, you know, she wasn't here for Topher's nonsense. And even Topher's not here for his own nonsense when there's 2 Tophers around. But yeah, I really liked Topher in this episode as well. Both of them. So that was all cool, him figuring out and being all sneaky, working out what Bennett had been doing and stopping her. And him seemingly having a bit of a crush on her as well. It was kind of wholesome when he was like, oh, you were, you know, almost perfect. And, you know, he didn't even care about her arm or anything. He was kind of interested in that almost. And she was almost perfect because obviously she was doing this thing with Echo. So that was kind of wholesome. I did like that they seemed to have a bit of a crush on each other. But at the same time, Bennett was being a bit sneaky. But I really liked Topher kind of taking the initiative, getting a bit self-conscious when he had his brain scan versus the one that Bennett had done, and hers was clearly a lot better and more detailed. That was funny. And yeah, we know how Topher ends up in the future, so to quite literally see more of him talking to himself in this one's kind of sad. But nonetheless, Enver, holy fuck, Enver, what an actor. He's back in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. at the minute. He's in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. right now this season. It's so cool to see him in that and get excited because he was great in Agent Carr, he's great in S.H.I.E.L.D. And my god, this is just something else entirely. How is he not in every TV show and every movie ever? I just don't understand. He's so good, like so good. His portrayal there, the research he must have done, maybe he just like watched all the older episodes of the show back to back and he probably worked a lot with the actor who plays Topher to really nail that. But the way he talked, his physicality, the little like laughy, amused giggle that Topher does, he nailed everything. And like the speech patterns, like I was blown away. I'm always blown away when Enver gets to play like other characters in the show. I can't remember the name of the character last season who ended up being dodgy, and they sent him to the attic, I think. Can't remember what his name was. He had white hair. Reminded me a bit of Michael from The Good Place, but even worse. Well, not that Michael's bad, because he was like an evil demon, you know what I mean? But like an evil Michael, basically. And he was in Names of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well, that actor. He played, was it Daniel? They might have been Daniel in S.H.I.E.L.D. actually. But I'm sure you know who I'm talking about. When Enver got to play that character as well briefly last season, he was incredible there, like capturing that character, and this was just like blown away. Enver's always been great in this show. But this might be my favourite performance of his. Even as the serial killer guy a few episodes back, he was great, but this, he just captured Topher so perfectly. I'm kind of in awe and still can't quite believe that I just watched a performance that good. That was incredible, so shout out to Victor for being amazing, because the whole cast are great. But they know, I think they know Enver could just kill it every time that they're given like a character to play. So yeah, I was kind of blown away by that performance, and that was easily the Topher and Bennett kind of camaraderie and the two Tophers and everything. That was easily my favourite part of the episode, which is kind of sad because the big chunk of the episode was obviously the Echo and Daniel and Cindy stuff. I'm not sad that Cindy's dead. Bye, she was a bitch. But alongside that, I feel really bad for Madeline. So there were like some really, really great stuff going on in this episode, but Enver's performance blew my mind. It was so, so good. Just like this episode, because I loved how they furthered the plot along. And there still is kind of more story strands going on with that. You know, what could they be doing with Madeline maybe? Could be a thing, maybe not. Where's Ballard got to? Where is Echo going to be now? Maybe Echo and Ballard could meet up. Yeah. Can they give Boyd something more to do, please? Because he's kind of been a bit silent for a few episodes. And yeah, the Adele and Topher camaraderie I really enjoyed as well. The Bennett backstory. Everything with this I think was really, really interesting. And Daniel giving that conference and that speech about the Dollhouse being a fake. I mean, again, very mixed feelings from an ethical point of view with that. But the show would be even shorter if he had just said the Dollhouse is real. So yeah, they live to fight another day. We'll see what happens with that. But really, really fantastic episode. I really did love it. And I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the next 7 episodes. And then that's it. But man, what a great episode. Really loving this kind of arc, Rossum based stuff, and I'm hoping they continue with that a lot more. So yeah, amazing episode, and until my next reaction, thanks for watching.